We're live. We are live. We found the stage. Miss Sheree's about to go speak. Y'all about to witness some greatness. Stay tuned. You ready? Where did she go? There go Miss Jerry. She got up and she was sitting at the. I don't know where she went. We found it. We are here. She is speaking on the stage very soon. Y'all are about to get some great information, and it's gonna be a good day. Welcome back. I know we took a break. Very quickly we took a break, but you guys are about to see Miss Sheree speak. Miss Kim, Miss Sheree was looking for you.
Right
she said she had to see you, so let me walk you on over here too. I found it for you. I found her. Relationships that are worth more than money, that's what that looks like.
How are you? Fantastic. Are you up next? Yeah, because I have you on my schedule. So I saw your booth out there. I'm going to try to get by. We just went live.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Miss Kim. Hello. Hi. All those cookers, oh my God, the lunch boxes, everything that y'all was winning when I was spinning the wheel, I got that from Miss Kim. Yeah. Miss Kim, you let you spin the wheel. Okay. I told Miss Kim I'm getting a wheel. They're gonna spin it. They're gonna get these cookers, and we appreciate.
And they did
supporting. Doing Truck Appreciation Week. Great organization. You guys need to get involved. So you're really helpful, and you're doing well, and great influencer in the industry. She knows her stuff. Miss Kim, she gave back to truckers during Trucker Appreciation Week. I just want to make that documented, because a hot dog and a hat is not it.
And we appreciate you, Ms. Kim. We appreciate you.
We definitely appreciate all you guys for what you do and keep America moving, right? And
yes, ma'am. And keep women involved.
Comes by a truck, right? Yes, you bought it. They brought it.
Mother Trucker Yoga. Mother Trucker Yoga. We about to get an interview from Miss Mother Trucker Yoga, guys.
But that doesn't have to happen. So, yeah, I'm a little practical, and having little wins for drivers so that they feel confident about health, because then they're not going to be so embarrassed.
Hey, Miss Shanna.
Do things versus feeling like they can't. I mean, absolutely. Knowledge is power, right? But if you don't have it, you don't have the right stuff, how can you do it?
Hello. I'm a representative of Miss Sheree's company, She Trucking.
Yes.
And she wanted me to get you on our Facebook community live. It's over 30,000 women a part of this community. This is Miss Mother Trucker Yoga.
Hello, everybody.
Give the people some tips, some advice.
Oh, absolutely. So if you're a driver and you're out there, let me ask you this, or maybe you're at Matt's today, you got to get out and move. So don't complicate it. Here you go. Don't complicate it. Start with simply walking. Where can I find time to get out and walk? You can walk and talk on the phone. You can listen to a podcast. You can do all sorts of stuff. The second thing I'm going to tell you is you need to start drinking water. Now, don't set a goal of 1,000 ounces, okay? How about just one bottle? Get flavored water if you have to. Make it fun. But you have to start hydrating yourself. And the third thing that I'll say is you have to stretch. Okay, it's great. You definitely need to build some physical strength, but as we age, we lose our flexibility. And when you're not feeling so hot, you're not going to move at all. And so get out and start stretching. Make sure you check out
Trucking Yoga.
Check out our book. You can get it on our website. If you're at Matt, stop by our booth. But you got to get moving, because you know what? Replacement parts are never as good as the originals.
Never.
And you know what? I don't want to end up in a wheelchair, so I best get moving now. Peace out, you guys.
Tell the people where your booth is located.
Yes, we are in the West Wing. We're 69097. We're on the wall. And come by and say hi.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
And we'll see you soon as well.
Thank you so much.
Wasn't she awesome, guys? Get out, get moving. I know you guys get, your bones get stagnant in those trucks. So it's always good to get your bones moving. Drink your water. I got some water with me right now. And stretch, move your muscles. When you're on the phone, when you're taking those breaks, when your duty time is ran out, just park your truck, get out, walk from the front to the back of your truck, walk around. Just get your body moving, get your muscles moving. You heard her. She said those replacement parts are never as good as the originals. So get out there and get moving. Got some good information from Mrs. Trucker Yoga, Mother Trucker Yoga, actually. She told them to get out and get moving, drink their water, stretch. She gave them some good information. Look at Miss Jerry.
Another one just in case, because a lot of people are busy with,
I did have one that went into my own, so we just like
Crossbody.
Okay, great.
At the Beyond Trucks on the profile for education center. So get ready for that. We're all just talking about Amazon.
Look at these ladies.
Right here to it's the police.
Oh, yes. See, I just told you guys about Mother Trucker Yoga.
Oh my gosh. And I just been so busy with this.
I'm camera shy.
Talk about your
We need to go take a walk around for everything done.
so
Like
and then
They are building relationships. It's always important
look
to
at these
build
ladies.
relationships.
Hello. I am fantastic. Now that I'm talking with you ladies. Yes. Yes. So we need to connect. Okay. Awesome. Hey Brian, where did he go? He's wearing my backpack. So we're in the West Wing.
Okay.
We're like when you walk in the West Wing, we're on the wall. Well, you know, I know you do great pictures. Yeah, so we'll be stretching at our booth. You can come over and you can. So
Yeah, I did interview her. She told the people
yeah,
some great
come by our
things.
booth. I gave them 3 strategies that they can do to start getting healthy. If you're at Matt's, come by our booth. You can spin the wheel to pick a pose. You got to pick a pose to stretch, and then you win a prize. So you're getting rewarded to move. So that's really what it's all about. And then
And I'm gonna
add Echo Logistics with this afternoon. So yes, you can stop by and say hi. I'm so excited.
I'll take one of your cards as well.
Oh yeah. That's why I got them out, and then I got distracted.
Thank you so much.
So, and then you're Jerry. You're Jerry. Okay. And who was the female gal who said? Who was the?
That's me.
Okay, that's you.
So I have one.
I've
got no gap.
All right, so Jennifer.
We covered. If I have it, she got it.
Okay, good.
You know, if you waiting on me.
Yeah.
Hold this real quick, Julie.
I need you.
Yeah, let's
I
do
need
something.
you.
Let's figure
I
out what
need
we
you.
can for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will.
Thank you.
It looks pretty though.
My hairdresser. I would come out with a huge stand and let her do my hair every month. Period. Okay.
It really is. I'm not, and it's like trying to do this and it's doing this. Yeah. Yes. And then you think you turn it one way, but it's really turning the opposite way. Yeah, it's not.
It's funny watching.
I'm trying to divide and conquer.
All right.
Okay.
Ladies, I will see you soon. I'll stop by your booth again. Oh my gosh, you two, you look looking
Hello.
amazing.
How are you doing?
All right. All right, ladies, have a good one.
Me too.
Yeah, I go with you.
They're in the box right behind the
Miss Portia Dion said, "Hey, Miss Jerry."
Hey, Portia, how you doing? Beautiful. Love you so much. Oh, nice.
This is so intricate. Recording like this.
So we are getting ready to go. Sheree's going on the stage with the Beyond Trucks team. Cloud Trucks is going to be on there. So we're excited. We got a whole group of people that's just like here and hanging out and talking to us and trying to learn more about the organization. And then of course they just know us from the Facebook group and your birthday. Our platform and everything. 92877. This asking you to log into TikTok?
No, it doesn't wait. You got to be a certain age to do it.
Oh, I didn't know that. On TikTok, yes. All right, guys. So thanks for look. Our brochure. We are collecting donations. Okay, so if you're watching, go to the She Trucking Expo website, www.shetruckingexpo.com. We own a give a dollar. Okay, give a dollar donation. We want more than $1. Okay, we'll take more than $1 to support our mission to help women and minorities enter into the trucking industry and have successful careers within the industry. Of course, we will take more than $1, but your dollar donation is going to be greatly appreciated and going to help us propel to the next level for everything that we're trying to do in this industry for all the women and minorities. Thank y'all. Thanks. So get ready. 77.
Am I able to pause this? I can't pause it, huh? Because if I... Because it made me do the most when we ended it last time.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Look at Miss Lenore. Say hello. We are here.
So it is Michelle Lenore, and I am here to help you get government certified so you can get those government certifications. This is a great place to meet your prime, to meet your partner, to meet your collaborator. Guess what? If they know that you are a minority-owned company, they're looking to collaborate with you.
Hi, how are you?
Get with Miss Lenore, guys. She's going to get you right. Everything you need, your paperwork, all that, get you that grant money to make sure your business goes further than you ever thought it could.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. We are live on the She Trucking Community Facebook platform. There's over 30,000 women a part of this community. So introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about you so that they can get familiar with you and your company.
Jazz Transportation.
Jazz Transportation.
Marquita. Lord.
Put me on the spot. What do you do at Jazz?
Office manager, everything except drive.
That's what I was going to say. You probably do everything except drive. Wow. And so what brought you to the truck show? And like, what are some of y'all's deliverables and objectives this next few days?
I came because we really wanted the opportunity to see how everybody else runs and how everything else works, and to try to get some different opportunities because there are not enough. So I need drivers.
Okay.
Like now. Okay.
We are Life on the Road Recruiting.
Okay. We pray great.
Okay. So talk to them and tell them about your
I need drivers. We're based in Michigan, but wherever you are, it's okay.
Is it over the road running?
Yes, it's over the road. We do some locals with FedEx and different things, but mainly over the road.
Okay. And how much experience does your drivers have to have?
A year.
A year experience.
Okay.
And how long are they out? And what's the average pay range?
I don't believe in keeping them out a long time because people have families and we're family oriented.
Okay.
I believe, that you really should let them come home.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I got one driver that wants to go out for 2 weeks at a time, but basically a week
Okay.
time and come back, and then they can go back out at their leisure. But they're able to make their own schedule. Okay. We don't believe in people working for us. We try to put people in a position so that they can get their own trucks. We start them up their business, so we pay to a business, not to a person.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we want everybody to grow because there's enough out here.
Let me ask you something really, really special that we do and we capitalize on, but we work with everybody. Is your company SAP friendly? Okay.
It's pretty
We love our SAP drivers.
So let me give you my card. That's my She Trucking Foundation card. This is my truck driver recruiting card as well. I also want to introduce you to Michelle. She's on the phone right now. Do you have your government certification for your business, your MBE, your...
Miss Sheree is getting ready to speak, guys. I'm about to let you guys see the greatness that's going on. Anybody that's watching right now, we are going to get Miss Jazz Transportation and her company's information, and hopefully we have a good collaboration coming. We have some good networking opportunities that we have at our disposal right now. But Miss Sheree is getting ready to drop some gems. So I'm going to get a special seat where you guys can see. Give me 1 second. Excuse me, guys. And we are going to go live. She's kind of far. See if I can do it from the side. See if I can get her from the side.
Hello. There we go. Hi, can you all hear me? Great, awesome. Welcome to the educational seminar called How to Grow Your Fleet from 0 to 20 Trucks. Today we have a few panelists on here. So this session is really about how to grow your fleet from 0 to 20 trucks and actually beyond, right? So just a show of hands, can you raise your hand if you have less than 5 trucks? Great. The owner operator, great. If you have between 5 to 20 trucks, raise your hand. Okay, great. If you have between 20 to 100 trucks, raise your hand. Great. And 100 plus.
Just to scale your truck.
Okay, great. So I like to do that in the beginning of these talks just to kind of get a sense of the room. And we really want to focus this talk on you and delivering value to you, right? I know I talked to a few of you, you're just getting your MC, you're just getting started, or you have 3 trucks and you want to grow, right? And so this panel is, we're grateful, right? Because we have a lot of experienced people here. We have representation from drivers. We have folks that have managed over 3,000 drivers. And we have people that have grown their actual fleet from 0 to 20 trucks in about 3 to 4 months, right? And so it's really about, I'm hoping it's going to be very actionable, and you can actually take something away from this talk and implement it in your fleet to grow your fleet, implement today or tomorrow, right? And actually start growing your company. Before we start, what are some of the things that are keeping you or your company or your fleet from growing? And just go ahead and shout it out, because I want to make sure we hit these topics during the talk today. Finding good drivers. What else? Truck prices. Great. How many people are having a tough time finding new drivers? Okay. Truck prices. How many of that is a bottleneck? Okay. What else? Capital. So factoring. Okay. How many of you factoring or capital is an issue? Okay. What else? Truck parts. Finding truck parts at affordable prices. Raise your hand if that's an issue for you guys. You guys? Okay, great. What else? Fuel prices. Raise your hand if fuel prices are a pain in the neck for you. Okay, everybody. Anything else? Broker. There's a broker business. Broker. Raise your hand. And dealing with brokers is an issue from growing your fleet. Okay. What else? What was that? Good what? Mechanics. Good mechanics. So finding good mechanics. Is that an issue? Okay, few of you. What else is preventing you from growing your fleet? What else? Okay, I think we hit a lot of the main pain points, right? Good drivers, fuel prices, finding trucks, finding truck parts, factoring financing, right, and auto parts. Awesome. So we're going to hit all of those topics today, and we're going to hear from people that have successfully grown their fleet regarding how they're actually navigating that, right, and how they're breaking through those issues and problems and getting to the next level. So everybody here is a pretty diverse crowd. We have people from less than 5 trucks. We have people with 5 to 20, 20 to 100, and a few with 100 plus, right? So wherever you're at in your business, your journey, don't compare yourself to other people, right? We always say a rising tide lifts all boats. And the more we share information and the more we help each other, right, and we know what's going on in the industry, then everybody succeeds. Right? This is a place of abundance, right? So it's all about helping each other and lifting each other up. So, that said, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next slide, please, where we're going to introduce our panelists here. Great, so left to right, we have Hans Gallant. He's the founder and CEO of Beyond Trucks, which is an all-in-one portal to help grow your fleet and help with a lot of the issues that that a lot of us are going through right now. Before that, he was the owner of LaGrange Express, where he grew his fleet from 0 to 20 trucks in about 3 to 4 months using technology. Okay? And then next to Hans, we have Natasha Martinez. She's the head of customer success at Beyond Trucks. Before this, she was the head of fleet operations for LaGrange Express. And before that, she was actually an executive operator, managing, hiring, and retaining over 3,000 drivers, and able to find those good drivers, manage them, and retain them, right? So we're talking about, how do you go about finding those good drivers? How do you actually retain them, right? Because we all know inflation, cost, it costs a lot of money, right, to recruit good drivers, and then it costs even more when they just turn over. No one can come over. Okay, so she's going to be talking about that. And last but certainly not least, we have Ms. Sheree from Sheep Trucking. She's the founder and CEO of Sheep Trucking. They have a network of over 30,000 drivers that are ambitious, trained, and hungry to work with amazing fleet owners that I'm sure all of you in this room are, right? And so that's, a great contact. And she'll also be speaking on other stages as well. So definitely take a picture. Visit all these people at their booths, right? We're all in the North Wing lobby. And so we're going to go ahead and dive in, right? So that said, we're going to go ahead and kick it off. I think the first issue that people have when growing their fleet, right, was drivers, finding and retaining good drivers. So let's go ahead and start with that. And Natasha, so before helping to spearhead and grow a fleet from 0 to 20 in 4 months, you were managing over 3,000 drivers, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that? First of all, can you tell us a little bit about your background, where you were working before, right? She was a vice president of operations at a large corporation where they had to constantly recruit new drivers, find the good ones, right? Manage and train them and retain them. How did you do that? So I'll do a quick thing on background. I've been in company for a little over 20 plus years, mainly in the wholesale distribution facility. So I'm sure some of you have delivered or picked up deliveries for some kind of grocery store. So I was the vice president of operations and transportation for UNFI Natural Foods, Super Value based out of Minnesota, as well as CNS Wholesale. So my background again has been in large corporations. I recently from then did some consulting for small trucking companies that all do the exact same thing and help them grow and teach them and build. I've been with Beyond Trucks and LaGrange Express for about a little over a year now. And when we first started off, Hans and the team were looking to start the next carrier. We wanted to do a virtual carrier, but really mainly around driver success and teaching drivers how to become they could basically be their own company and learn that kind of stuff. So we did go from about 0 to 20 in a little, almost 5 months. And super crazy. I think we could have gotten a little bit larger if we didn't have the same problem, right? Trucks and couldn't come across trucks and big issues. My biggest thing I always say about driver retention, which is why I was really focused on this, was drivers like attention. So it doesn't matter what we think. They're behind the wheel for 14 hours a day. And they want to be able to call and talk to somebody. That's what it is. And so You want to automate all the great things that you don't have to spend your time on, so that way when the driver does want to call or complain about sitting at a shipper too long, or they just want to talk to somebody about how they day, or the person almost knowing them off the road, whatever it is, right? You still want some personal connection. So my thing for driver retention is transparency, consistency, and then still having that touch because it's still at the end of the day, they're out there away from their families. Could be days, could be weeks, depending on where they're going. So for me, that's been my go-to for driver retention. Amazing. And I want to hear from each of these panelists. So Miss Sheree, right, she's driving herself, right? And she represents Sheep Trucking, and I have her give a little self-introduction, what you do, and represent diversity and inclusion in the trucking industry, what kind of opportunities there are in terms of hiring good drivers, retaining them. So hello, everybody. My name is Laura. I've been driving trucks for 8 years now. I'm the founder of the Sheep Trucking Foundation, a nonprofit organization for women and minorities within the Oregon. Well, only one box. Can you hear me? So, my experience, we have over, like you said, 11,000 women drivers in our community. We have a mentorship program. We really listen to our drivers when they're speaking. What they want is the truth. Tell them the truth. Let them know what your expectations is. We don't know that, right? So each carrier in this room, and I'm thinking about it straight away. Okay? So each carrier in the room, y'all all have different types of qualifications, right? You may want to drive on the West Coast, another may want to drive on the West Coast. You got to understand that you have to pick a driver who meets your needs, right? So me, I don't. Some drivers smoke, some drivers don't. That's the question you can ask, right? You know, just write this down, take notes. If you're looking for drivers, you might want to take some notes, okay? Because I am a driver, I'm trying to tell you what you're looking for. So if you don't have a driver, why? You might not be advertising in the right place. I'm looking on Craigslist, right? I'm looking on the Intel app. If your application is a paper app, I'm not filling it out. Okay, I'm gonna use that one. I like Intel computer, which is 2022. The easiest application are for me to fill out, to click on apply. Right? How do you keep a driver? Clean trucks. I'm a woman. I like clean trucks. Okay. Make sure you maintenance in the truck. Okay. Make sure you bring it in and keep it serving so we can be safe on the road. Because I'm concerned if that truck is not safe. Right? If you gotta look at your truck. I know some carriers never even seen their truck before. Right? Bring it in. Keep that maintenance going. Okay, monthly at least. Right? Every time that's your back office. What I like about Beyond Trucks is can I speak about that now? Because Beyond Trucks keeps everything in order for you. I'm a carrier as well, so I do have my own semi-truck. Okay, and a trailer. My trailer has my face on it. I'm driving all across the United States, so I understand the struggle, and I'm driving, trying to keep the maintenance up, trying to keep all this paperwork, how do we do it, right? What's the system? But I'm going to pass the story now. And, but yeah, if you need a driver, one thing I will say is just making sure that you are being transparent. As transparent as possible. Learn about your truck. Okay, what type of equipment do you have? What type of conversation the driver want to hear, okay? I swear we did not pay her to say that. No, but we met Sheree just through, the networking conferences and other events in the trucking industry. And we're going to hear a little bit from Hans here. It's not in his bio because he's super humble and he hates mentioning this stuff, but before getting into the trucking industry and growing a successful fleet, Hans grew up in a small town, less than 500 people, 300 people in a small village in Switzerland, and really humble beings, and just before this, he was in private equity, built businesses to over $1.8 billion. Right? And I don't know. If anybody has seen that kind of money, let me know where it's at. Because I'm like, what? Billion to be? And then he's actually graduated Stanford Business School. And the company Beyond Trucks is backed by some of the leading institutional funds and thought leaders of technology from Silicon Valley, right? And a lot of times it's just you see TV and you're like, it's so distant. For me, I'm from Elizabeth, I'm from Pennsylvania, Amish County, Pennsylvania. And so sometimes when we hear like, ooh, Silicon Valley tech, it's it seems so distant, right? But we're gonna have a Q&A session at the end. But Hans is sort of backed by all these leading technology institutions because they saw opportunity and in Beyond Trucks in terms of how efficient it is and how much it's serving the market, right? And an opportunity to make money as well. The thing is, if you're helping other people to make money, then you should make money yourself, right? The path to success is helping other people be successful. And I think that's what Beyond Trucks is doing. That's what Sherry was talking about a little bit about earlier, right? The mission is, and you as a fleet owner should make more money, right? If you're helping your drivers grow, then you should and deserve to grow as well, right? And your revenue and your profit margins, right? Again, we all believe this is a rising tide raises all boats. Like there's enough freight, there's enough opportunities, there's enough loads for everybody. It all comes down to mindset and making sure you have the systems and tools and the right information to be able to execute that, right? So love to hear, Hans, if you can give a little bit of background about Beyond Trucks, growing the fleet from 0 to 20 trucks in about 3-4 months, and how you did that with technology.
Okay.
And drivers, right? The fourth issue that a lot of folks are having there.
Wonderful. A little bit of background on what we did. So we did build our fleet because we wanted to understand the fundamental problems that we do all day. But what is unusual about starting a company like us, we also had one engineer for one driver. And we said, okay, if you want to solve the problems, we actually use technology, and we build new technology for fundamental problems such as driver assistance. I love what you said. The very first thing that you said is telling the truth. Telling the truth. What technology allows us to do is build transparency with our drivers. And keep up the human for a moment and just say the fundamental facts. What are you going to be paid on a load? What are you going to be deducted from your settlement? All of that shouldn't be subjective. It's a fact. Technology can build transparency, and then it builds trust because what you see on your settlement statement is very transparent, and that's what you get paid. So, keeping it back a little, the other thing that you said was really interesting is like driver care. One of the most important questions that I usually ask myself when I start a company is, what business am I in? We all know we are in the trucking business, but maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. Maybe we are in the driver care business. What if we think of ourselves as being in the driver care business? How would we run our trucking company differently if we think of ourselves as being in the driver business? Thank you. So one of the funny things what we realized when we started settling driver pay, we initially settled driver pay with a 2-day timeline. So drivers saw on their app that they're going to be paid $2,750, and 2 days later they would get the money in the bank. It was okay, everyone was fine. We did a little tweak. We managed to go to instantaneous settlement. Like literally, the moment you see they get their settlement, they can turn a page on the app and see that the money's in the bank. We didn't would make a difference, but a huge difference because it's you see the fruit of your labor and you can feel it. It's emotional. It makes you feel it. So that's some of the fundamental basic things that we learned in building a company, trucking company first, technology.
Great, thank you so much. I want to push a little bit and dig a little bit, right? Because everybody's saying, I think the biggest thing was transparency. I like the driver care. So it's always putting people first, right? Let's be real. If you put people first, if you take care of your people, if you service your customers, if you do good work, not even hard work. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. And increasing your quality of work. Right? If you do the right, if you deliver, right, then people will stay, your drivers stay, and they're happy. They'll tell other drivers, right? Love to hear from Sheree about that and how other drivers recruit other drivers. Driver retention. Driver retention is something that we focus on. The reason I got 30,000 drivers in my community is people. It keeps coming, right? It's because of the way you treat it. So you gotta realize, everybody thinks, I need a truck, I need a truck. What you need is a driver. Okay? Because the truck don't drive itself. So you have to keep the driver happy. So we call it at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you get an attitude, guess what? Do I want to drive your truck? Answer the phone because I could be an emergency. When you see accidents on the road, you gotta, my dad is a driver. My dad is on the road right now. Miss Linda, she highlighted our story in the chapter paper, if you're interested in it. But my dad has been driving 17 years. I drive 18 years. So when I look at an accident, guess what? I think about it. To be one of my community, my sisters, a person on my team, is it my father or is it one of us? You know what I'm saying? You gotta think that same way and treat the driver like family. That right there, it helps with driver retention. And pay. Increase your pay. We want the money. Give us the money. Yeah, so again, I want to dig a little bit deeper because I want to make sure we're answering and we're getting sort of, actionable takeaways. Everybody's sitting here that wants to grow their fleet and saying they have driver problems. Like being transparency. Being transparent with how much you're receiving and how much you're giving a driver, what's the profit margin of of the company, and of the owner as well, right? We hosted an event in Columbus, Ohio, and one gentleman, Brad, who's the owner of 5 Aces, has 8 trucks. And he said, our drivers came to me the other day and said, Brad, we want to double revenue this year. He didn't tell them, he didn't have a meeting, he didn't even plant seeds. He was like, I was in tears because his drivers came to him to say, Brad, we want to double company revenue. Because he treats them so well, right? And Natasha, you talked a little bit about, we'll go to you next. And she talked about just automating all the stuff that, let the machine and the computers and the technology do it. You cannot replace fundamental aspects of people, of any human being, right? Which is caring for your people. That's why Sheree has 30,000 drivers loyal to her community, and it keeps growing and growing. She's able to attract those drivers to her community because she cares about them and she treats them like people, like the way she wants to be treated, or I'm sure better, right? And so, Natasha, can you talk a little bit about sort of, you've seen both schools, the old school way of trucking, managing 3,000 drivers, the new school way of trucking, the next generation way of building your fleet for the future, 0 to 20 trucks in 3 to 4 months using technology. Can you tell us a little bit about the old school way of building a fleet, the new school way of growing a fleet? What's the biggest difference? What do you think, and what do you think is next in the future? And what's one advice you can give everybody here to be able to implement? So I know there's a big a lot of questions. Yeah, that's a lot of questions. So I would say when I first started off in trucking, so I'm from Texas, and we were a small family-owned grocery wholesaler down in Texas and Houston, and we did it big cheap tablet, number 2 pencil. That's the way we did it. We were 3rd generation, and every time we tried to do something a little bit different, it was our way. We've always done it this way. We've always done it this way. The drivers are never going to want to do anything different. They're not going to want to change. And so we had multiple dispatch books or pass down books. You're trying to tell the next dispatcher what happened on the last load and where everybody's at. And you drop the ball a lot. And what happens is it's not even dropping the ball on getting deliveries. It may be dropping the ball on a driver or not forgetting that he had a complaint or he's broke down on the side of the road. How many people have forgot that there was a driver broke down on the side of the road because he called in at midnight and you went back to sleep and then you thought you called somebody to come fix him and then you couldn't. They never showed up. And then 6 hours later, you're like, oh my goodness, she's on the side of the road. So I've seen us kind of try to slowly bring technology in, and when you're in like the third generation, we had some good conversation with some third generation carriers last night. There is a struggle. There's a struggle with old school drivers. Yeah, drivers that are in their 70s still out there driving. Again, I'm sure Trey's dad still out there likes to just kind of he knows exactly how to do it, right? 2 books inside of his bag, one because you showed a trooper, and one that you keep on your own when you need to, right? Tapping. Been there, done that. I've seen them open the book. Hopefully they open the right book. I've seen them not open the right book before. And then again, it's also like all that paperwork. So I think about when the difference I've learned and kind of going on to the carrier side now was bill of lading at some of these shippers are massive, or 15 pages long, right? That person's truck is not only their home, it's their office, it's where they take their naps, it's where they take a break, it's where they could be where they take up their girlfriend. And I don't know. You imagine all that paperwork that they're trying to keep track of, and then trying to make sure you get a copy of it, so you can invoice your customer, so you can get paid, so you can pay me. Oh, well, don't forget the accessorials that I had, right? All my detention and my lumber, and does this receipt go to that place? So technology is huge. Everybody now can use a cell phone. Even my 84-year-old mother can use a cell phone. She might complain about it, but she can do it. So technology it's very simple. You take a picture of the bill of lading, you take a picture of the lumber, create it. Again, technology is putting it all together, pushing one button to send an invoice to your factory company or to your customer in a nice professional format that you want it to look like. It doesn't matter if you're a one-person driver or if you're a 10-company driver. You gotta be professional, right? You want to stand out like anybody else stands out. You want to be just as professional as everybody else. So those are very important things. I think it's a little bit of it's a push sometimes. Drivers don't necessarily always like to be tracked. They don't want you to always know where they're at. So not everybody wants to be on ELDs. Not everybody wants to have an app that you can figure out where I'm at. But at the end of the day, I think that's where we're going to. And at some point, these last couple of years, how many drivers have not been allowed on docks anymore? You can't go onto a dock to get a signature. You can't go on a dock to go count your load any longer, right? So it's going to very hands off, and technology is perfect timing for it right now. So thanks. So clearly you have a lot of experience, like over 20 years in the trucking industry, dealing with from growing a fleet again from 0 to 20 in 3 to 4 months. Before that, managing over 3,000 drivers. And I think the biggest takeaway was technology. And I think it's about finding the right technology for you and your business, and where you're at and where you want to go. Right? Obviously, Beyond Trucks. I'll be honest. The sweet spot there that Beyond Trucks serves is 1 to 50 trucks. Maybe 1 to 100. Above 100, it's you're probably better off with something else. And this is, if you're interested in the North Green Lobby 40477, you can come see a demo. But again, this is more about you guys and what's best for you. And do your research, do your homework, go out there, go to google.com, talk to all these people here in the booth and figure out what's the best solution for you, right? If somebody's trying to sell you something to everybody, then you're trying to sell to everybody, you're selling an Uber, right? Find something that works for you, that's easy, right? I would say something that's easy, and then onboarding from old drivers to new drivers to new hires is easy. And do your research, do your homework, and figure out. Make sure you know where you want to go, and then work backwards from there. There are many, many communities out there, right? Mentors, like Trey, a network 30,000. There's so many groups out there. Surround yourself, and I would say not even the groups. Talk to the people next to you. Talk to the people that you meet here, right? You have 45 trucks, you want to get to 60? Find somebody that's already there and talk to them, pick their brain, right? Don't just talk to the people in the vendors in the booth. Talk to other fleet owners and exchange notes. Don't be cagey about your notes. Listen, again, it's a huge market, right? There's plenty for everybody. Share. The more you give, the more you're going to get, right? And make sure you're sharing with your fellow fleet owners. Exchange ideas, because again, rising tide lifts all boats, right? And that said, with the technology, so Hans, can you talk a little bit about sort of, again, the driver retention, putting people first, the automation, and sort of what does that actually do? Like, how does that actually help fleet owners?
I think we have one customer, he's a small fleet owner, and he has 8 trucks. And I asked him, do you want to grow? He said, no, I don't want to grow. And I asked him, why? He says, well, I don't want to lose touch with my driver. It takes us back to the driver care business. Right? So when we think of ourselves as being a driver care business, we want to, as fleet owners, we want to spend as much time possible on driver care. And then we should think about where can technology come in to take away all the workload that doesn't contribute to driver care. And that maybe is burdensome or menial or repetitive. And in that instance, if it's repetitive, menial, and somewhat standardized, you can actually put a robot behind it. So we started looking at what is known as robotic process automation, RPA. Is how can we help fleet owners, and actually our own fleet, to automate a lot of the work steps that are in your back office. How can you, at the very simple, the most simple way, how can you remove paper invoices but do digital invoices? How can you, spend issuing with one click of a button instead of taking a trip envelope, calling out the bill of lading, reviewing the bill of lading, preparing it against your recon, and then putting in a summary of the accountant who then once a week batches it and issues an invoice to the broker or the shipper.
That's also honest. Raise your hand if you're using that sort of like traditional invoices, whether it's a PDF or how about email attachment? Okay. So imagine never having to do an email attachment ever.
Yeah. So for instance, for us, our portal sends emails automatically for you. You just hit a button and it's gone. So we try to empower fleet owners to really focus, do away with the menial stuff that doesn't help you take care of your drivers, and allow you as a human, be human, and leverage your human potential to the best as taking care of your drivers. It's very funny. Someone asked me this question the other day. It's like, what do you think is going to happen when we have this trucks? And we talked about how fast it's going to be, and how the drivers will change, and how the fleet owners will change. But the interesting thing is, we came back to the topic of even if you have autonomous truck for a very long time, you'll still have safety drivers. So even think about if you have better care of your driver, technically the safety of your operation should increase drastically. So what if your dispatcher today is no longer a dispatcher, but it's actually going to be a driver care manager? If that's 100% of what that guy does, he becomes very influential when it comes to safety. She or he will have probably the biggest impact on the safety, probably more than any, preventative maintenance technology, because they're still the human safety driver in an autonomous car. So think of anything you do for driver care will radically improve not only retention and hiring of your drivers, but also the safety of your operation.
Awesome, thanks. And I think we heard from the audience earlier, so other issues and bottlenecks preventing you from actually growing your fleet, right? We're all here in this room and standing around here because we're interested in growing your fleet. Driver retention was one. I hope that was helpful to folks. I think it's transparency, treating your drivers like humans. I know, actually, Natasha, can you give them, I know we talked about before sort of driver appreciation and what you guys did to retain over 3,000 drivers before, and then also the 0 to 20 trucks and drivers and how you recruited them about cards and the events. And can you talk a little bit about that? Because that's very, I want to make sure everybody walks away here. I know I see a lot of people taking notes. I want to make sure we give you really concrete notes to be able to implement today, to help grow your fleet. So.
Sure. So what I've always saying in like the US I said consistency. So to me, it's always been if you're going to say you're going to focus on safety. We were actually had a forum like this last night with some insurance companies. We were talking about different things and how you can like reduce your insurance expenses doing things like as far as safety. And so you've got ELDs and you're watching sudden stops and you're watching speeding and you're doing different things like that. Don't overdo yourself, right? So don't start something you can't always do. Because if I go out and I tell the driver, hey, you always have to wear steel toe, or oh, hey, you better make sure you're doing a 3-point touch every time you get into that truck. But then you walk by it and you don't say anything, and you're not being consistent. I believe in small rewarding of drivers, but again, You right now you may only have 5 or 10 drivers. Okay, so you're going to reward a driver once a year for X amount of safety miles, whatever you pick and choose. Make sure what you pick and choose you can manage. And as your fleet grows, you continue to do it. It's very hard to take something away once you've given it. It's always easier to grow small. Make sure you can manage it. Make sure it makes sense. Don't put in too many safety guards that you yourself can't be consistent about because it means nothing. It's no different than being able to smoke in the truck or not smoking in the truck or making sure you walk out to the, if you got yards, that's when people were looking at maintenance and things like that. If you got a shop or you got your trucks parked on the yard, walk out there. Do a pre-trip with a driver. I mean, it's not hard. It takes 15 minutes out of your day. But again, like I'm over the one again, 3,000 drivers, 60 different facilities. I couldn't touch every one of them, but you always catch them in the break room. Because you're going to find out what that driver thinks and feels about you when you talk to them. And not only is driver retention key, but they're your biggest marketing place. They are sitting at a truck stop or at a shipper talking to the guy next to him waiting to get loaded. And they're talking about pay. They're talking about why they work where they work. They're talking about the type of truck they're in. They're talking about all those things. And they're either going to sell you or that guy's going to be up front. That's your rule. Stick to it. But you gotta make sure that if you're trying to find a driver, you gotta be very careful about where do you really want to pick and choose what you do. What lane do you want to be? I like the southeast. I'm not going to Washington. I'm not going up north. I don't like the snow. I'm a southern girl in Tennessee, so I like the southeast, maybe Texas. That's important because if you send us the opposite way, I might go, but when I come back, I'm bringing you a truck. Okay? Raise your hand if you've got your truck back. It has not happened yet. They mean that you're doing something right.
Awesome, awesome. I want to switch gears here a little bit because we had a few topics I want to make sure we're covering here for everybody in the room. I think fuel prices, I know this one, a lot of people raised their hands, right? Fuel prices, inflation, costs. How do we optimize it? How do we save on fuel costs? How do we make sure we're running our fleets, our trucks, our entire business as efficiently as possible, right? So we can navigate sort of these, crazy times of fuel prices. I'm going to go ahead and maybe kick off with Hans here and talk a little bit about, okay, so we're talking about technology, we're talking about how tech is the future, we're talking about running a fleet, optimization, etc. But what does that actually mean? Like, how does it actually work? And what's in it for the fleet owners? What do they get back in return? How do they actually navigate these fuel costs?
Wonderful. The fundamental problem that many of us struggle with today running their fleet is actually making good decisions with good data. Very simple example. Getting a 14-cent fuel discount doesn't mean much because you're not buying a discount. You're buying a gallon of diesel for X amount of dollars at the pump. So getting the right data that allows you to make the best decision is very important. one of the things that's really hard for small fleet owners is that all your data is in different systems. So you have an ELD, that's a lot of data in there. It's like your location, there's your fuel tank level, there's HOA, everything is there. You may have fuel cost, that's another part of data. You may have multiple fuel costs, or you may have a fleet card. How do you use that data connected to your ELD? Sometimes good, sometimes doesn't. You have your broker apps, and you know that you're going to take an Uber Freight app to go to Houston, and back from Houston, you're going to take a Convoy load and take the Convoy app. Yeah. So all your data is in different places. It's very hard to pull it all together and make smart decisions. So one of the things that we started doing is pulling everything on the data for you together in one place. So you can start thinking about, okay, my driver is going, the next 5 days, their loads are all planned out. I can actually help them make smart decisions on fuel. But then you need to think about, again, what are the fuel prices and different efficiency. So try to put all your data in one place and then use the basic data to make smart decisions. It's very important. You can do that with your brain. Your brain is the best computer in the world. Or you can use your computer. You think that that's a computer. But I think the fundamental is just try to pull your data together and start making smart decisions with the basic.
So I want to push back on that. I mean, what if privacy, data privacy, what if I don't want, one computer or company to have all that data? What about privacy and data privacy?
Well, the data will be out there anyway, right? Today, you will not be able to not have your data in different places. It is out there. So everyone has a privacy issue with that data already in the first place. I think the important part is you will not be able to run a fleet today by having a filing closet where you lock up all the data today. Because that's probably the safest thing, unless you're building for the time. So you need to have a trusted technology provider. Ideally, you're in control of it. Like now, for us, we cannot use your data. We cannot sell you. We are legally not allowed to do it. It's your data. If you leave us, take the data away. We don't want it. It's yours. So there are there's laws in place, and there's also verification and ethical behavior in place. So find someone you trust, you can feel that the data knowledge is addressed appropriately. And go someone who's aligned with your interests. Find someone who's in the business of serving carriers. Because if they are in the business of serving carriers, all they want to do is protect the carriers. Don't find someone else who's making money somewhere else. That's worth the moment it is.
Great. So again, I'm hearing sort of do your research, right? I'm hearing still like technology. Yes, everybody's very smart, but you only have so much brain power and energy in a day, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I not the greatest with numbers, and I definitely make too many errors. So why not spend that energy again taking care of the drivers? So being very driver centric, taking care of the people, your number one asset is drivers. We're gonna help you grow your fleet, right? So again, back to sort of the fuel optimization. Natasha, again, you managed 3,000 drivers before. You helped grow the Great Express from 0 to 20 trucks in four months, and now you're at this technology startup and really shaping sort of the future of the trucking industry by helping other carriers grow their fleet. Can you talk us a little bit about how these fleet owners here can navigate fuel prices? How do we do that? Using technology and optimizing.
So I think there's a couple of different ways. We've been really deep diving and brainstorming with a lot of carriers over the last few months with knowing where the prices were going to go. I always go back to the basics of trucking when I think about fuel. My big thing is like you always hear is pre-trip, PSI, air pressure, things like that are huge, idling, governed trucks. Those are all going to save you in fuel. That's all great. That's all, again, driver type stuff. I think when it comes to the technology, Again, having the data and being able to review it and be able to make a good decision based off of, you do have to